Still in the amusement park with Sorbo. Sorbo. Until his gauge drops. Oh, it's here. So that's what's gonna happen. Fucking love this game. Come on, what other game can you? No, don't go backwards.
Yes.
I don't even know where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. There. Oh.
What?
Yeah. Back off. Back off. Ha ha. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Ha.
Defeat all spirits using only flow motion.
Ha. So long. Yeah. There. Ha. Ha ha.
Easy.
Yeah. Ha. Ha. Oh. Oh. Ha. Oh. Ha ha.
Gotcha.
Yeah. 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 Oh.
Nice. Look at this pudding. Look at this game. Great game, right? What other game can I do this? Oh, look at. Hey, Big P, welcome to the stream. Pet that flower. Yeah, man, now we're gonna poke it. Hit it again. Yes, there we go. Keep it. Shit off my screen. Alright. This one. This is so weird. I don't like how the flowers stayed on my screen. Again, trying to change dispositions to unlock nodes on the boards. I just don't know where to pet them so that they change the dispositions, and they don't seem to want to anyway. Right. Fucking game. Not worthy. Right here. Yeah, we need the strut. Finally got Rascal. We need him to strive. It's the last position. Stop. Not what I wanted. Stop doing. Come on. I'm still missing a trophy. Stop licking me! There's a normal. It's the la 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 la. So, it's 4 more I need. 3 more I need. 3 more link points. Come on, guys. Alright, I'll start poking you in the eye. And that works. This one never changed in the first place.
Pinocchio! There you are.
Pinocchio, it's not safe for you here. Listen to Jiminy and go back to...
Oh, my!
Dream Eaters! Only one way to solve this problem. Those Dream Eaters were pretending to be Pinocchio. So, then where's the real Pinocchio?
Sora! Up there! Look at the top of that tower!
You're right. Come on, Jiminy.
Yeah. Ha. Ha. Yeah.
Come on.
Ha. Ha. So long.
You missed.
Ha. There. Back off. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Hey, back off. Ha ha. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Ha. Oh. Ha. Oh. Ha. Ha. Yeah.
Gee, Pinocchio, how'd you manage to get up here?
Come on, let's go home.
What?
Another imposter.
There! See him walking?
Well, sure, if that's really him.
Don't give up, Jiminy. Come on, let's go!
Hey, Jimmy.
Ha. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So long. Yeah. Yeah. Back up. Yeah. Hey. Ha. Ha. There. Just back off. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Alarm! Back off! Heal! Back off! Yeah! 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 Back off! Hey! Yeah! Ha ha! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Oh! Yeah!
Pinocchio!
Jiminy! Help me, Jiminy!
Oh, my stars above! We've got to do something!
Cage one.
Okay, I got it covered.
Oh, Pinocchio, look at you!
He's a giraffe.
I think for now, you two better get out of here.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah! 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 There! Hey! Ha! Ha!
I think that one glitched.
Ha! Yeah! Ha! Back off! Oh. Back off! Ha ha! Yeah! 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 Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Oh. There! Yeah! Ha ha! Yeah! Hey! Yeah! 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 Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Hey!
Yeah.
You again? Demnus? This isn't possible.
Clearly we were supposed to come here before the grid.
My. A hollow puppet that's managed to grow a heart. Just imagine that.
I wonder who...
Pinocchio isn't anything like you nobody. But if Pinocchio could be given one, shouldn't you be able to have a heart inside you too?
Great
Maybe
point,
so.
Sora. Great point.
However,
But they're just
do not
nobodies.
forget that you yourself are not so very different from us.
How am I anything like a nobody? That doesn't make any sense.
Station 3. Oh! I got... Alright, hold on. I got you guys. Oh! Kingdom Hearts 2. Roxas woke up in his room in Twilight Town after having another strange dream. Only 7 days left in his summer vacation. He would be spending them with his best friends. But strange things began happening around. White monsters called Dusks attacked. A key-shaped sword called the Keyblade materialized in his hand. On the last day of his vacation, Roxas remembered who he really was and what he had been trying to do. He found Sora sleeping in a pod and realized his summer vacation would have to end. With Roxas' demise, the last of Sora's memories returned to him, and he woke from a year of sleep. It was a joyful reunion, Donald and Goofy, who had stuck by him all through his slumber. Jiminy examined their journal, a record of their last journey, but it was blank except for a single phrase: "Thank Namine." With King Mickey's guidance, the group found their way to the mysterious tower, whose master, the sorcerer Yensid, whose name spelled backwards is this, alerted them to a new threat: nobodies, who served a group dressed in black coats known as Organization 13. And so it was that Sora, Donald, and Goofy set off on a new adventure. In Calabash, Sora was reunited with his old friends and learned that the Heartless were still causing trouble. While dealing with them in the Nobodies, Sora had his first encounter with the organization since waking. While chasing its members from world to world, he learned that Kairi had been kidnapped by the organization back in Twilight Town. On a second visit to Hollow Bastion, Sora and friends found themselves trapped inside of a computer owned by Ansam the Wise. They repaired the program and returned to the real world, where they were finally reunited with King Mickey, his WoW. And boy, did he have a surprise to share! It turned out that the Ansam Sora had fought and defeated was not really Ansam at all. Ansam the Wise had an apprentice named Xehanort who turned into a Heartless. This Heartless stole his master's name, Ansam, while the nobody that was created in the process, Xemnas, became the leader of the organization. During an epic battle with the Heartless, Sora finally got a glimpse of his new adversary. Sora's search for Kairi brought him back to Twilight Town. By using the alternate version of the town where Rogues spent his summer vacation, Sora and the others found a way into the realm of darkness. However, along the way, they were ambushed by a horde of Tusks. Axel, one of the organization's members, came to the rescue and sacrificed himself to protect Sora, who was, in a way, also his best friend, Rogues. At last, Sora had reached Organization 13's homeworld, the world that never was. He infiltrated the castle, leaving defeated Organization members in his wake, and finally found Kairi. He was also reunited with Raikou, who transformed into Ansam as a result of using the darkness within him. Thankfully, Raikou's true form was restored. They met the real Ansam the Wise, who had assumed the name Diz, and whose blind quest for vengeance against the apprentices who had betrayed him had brought ruin to Roxas and countless others. Realizing the error of his ways, Ansam the Wise blew up the organization's Kingdom Hearts' atonement, and was engulfed in the blast, but he did not die, somehow. Atop the castle near the remained of Kingdom Hearts. Oh, near what remained of Kingdom Hearts? Sora and the others confronted and defeated Xemnas. Amine opened a gateway home. Symbolically, she and Roxas accepted their place with Sora and Kairi as the people they had come from. As Sora and Raikou tried to follow Kairi and the others out, the gate suddenly closed. Xemnas had survived, and Sora and Raikou were flung into a final battle. They were able to dispatch Xemnas, but there was no escape from the realm of darkness. At the dark margin, they stared out to sea, ready to give up, but then a letter in a bottle washed up. It was from Kairi. The door to the light appeared, leading them back to their home, the Destiny Islands, where all their friends were waiting, except Aqua, who's still trapped. Not long after, Sora and Raikou were watching the sunset when Kairi presented them with a letter she had found. Whatever was in the letter convinced the three of them that their journey was not over. Fascinating. No, not Kier.
Yeah.
Kairi. It's easy money. Easy money. What?
There. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Ha-ha. So long. Yeah.
Go! Bonus time!
Yeah. So long. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. So long. Yeah.
Gotta collect all the droplets.
Ha. 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 So long. Hey. Ha. Back off. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Back off.
And we got dropped. At least it wasn't like Raikou in the middle of a boss battle. Speaking of the middle of a boss battle, right back to it, except he has all his health back. Ride the heat blasts.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. 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 Ha.
Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
Wasn't very nice.
Ha. Heal. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Take this. Yeah.
Yay. Couldn't have just done that last time. No. Alright, here's Kingdom Hearts 1, because, you know, you saw Ansem in this game, in that cutscene. I'll remember. Sora, Raikou, and Carrie had always dreamed of the outside world. On a beach in the Destiny Islands, the three friends began building a raft. Hey, Zero, welcome. One day, a stranger in a brown robe confronted Sora and told him this world. At night, the islands were hit by a storm and engulfed by darkness. Sora found himself in possession of a mysterious key-shaped sword called a Keyblade, and was separated from Raikou and Carrie. Other worlds had met the same fate, and more would. Meanwhile, the King of Disney Castle had gone missing. His closest subjects, Donald and Goofy, set off to find someone with a key, just as their liege's farewell letter had instructed. Sora had awoken in a place called Traverse Town, and there he learned what was, expected of a Keyblade. He joined forces with Dolan and Goofy, and the trio continued their search for Raikou, Carrie, and King Mickey. What did you miss? Screwed around. Just Paradise until the drop gauge ran out, and now we're here. I finally beat War. Spawn me. Oh, and you missed me pointing out that you're supposed to go to Prankster's Paradise before the grid, because Sora was surprised to see Xemnas, even though he just saw Xemnas in the grid, because that's where we were. Kappa Kappa. He joined forces with Dolan and Goofy, the trio continued their search for Raikou, Carrie, and King Mickey. Each world they visited had revealed a keyhole, which led to the heart of each world, and creatures called Heartless, manifestations of the darkness within us. We're trying to get at it. With Keyblade in hand, Sora took down the Heartless and locked the keyholes. Manipulating the Heartless were Maleficent and her League of Villains. Maleficent had tricked Raikou into helping her gather the pure hearts of 7 princesses who would grant her dominion over all. By the time Sora had caught up with Raikou and Hollow Bastion, his friend had succumbed to darkness. Good thrashing only made things worse. The defeated Raikou was possessed by Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. It is I, Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness. Sora defeated Maleficent and found himself face to face with this greater threat. Ansem was trying to complete the keyhole to a doorway that led to the heart of all worlds. After discovering Carrie's heart was inside him, Sora tried to release her and turn into a Heartless. Light in Carrie's heart changed it back. Sora knew he had to close the final keyhole. As a parting gift, Carrie gave him a good luck charm made of Thalassa shells to ensure a safe voyage. He promised he would return it someday, then set off. He followed Ansem all the way to the heart of the darkness that had swallowed the worlds and defeated. Kingdom Hearts had already been opened. Sora was able to close the door again with the help of Raikou and King Mickey, who stayed trapped in the realm of darkness on the other side with Aqua. Sora decided not to return to his home world and began a new journey with Donald and Goofy to find Raikou and the... Cool story, bro. Is Quasimodo gonna get cocked
Master
again?
Frollo, he made me live inside the bell tower.
Oh, yeah?
But the real walls were the ones I built around my heart. You helped me see that, Riku.
Yes, I...
I was speaking from personal experience.
Indeed.
I'd say you still keep a lot locked inside.
You would?
We all do that sometimes. There are just some things we need to keep separate from the world at large.
Uh-huh.
At least until we have time to figure them out.
Indeed. Sleep. Sam.
I know the road my heart walks.
It's the road. Go on.
Hey, Axel, you haven't forgotten.
Oh my god.
What?
You made us a promise.
Us? Who's
I did?
us?
That you'd always be there. To bring us back.
Us? It's
Yeah.
us. There's just one person here.
Got it memorized?
Always has been.
Best friends forever.
Sing.
Where? And what happened to me? Roxas.
He's alive! Like status!
Me.
That's him!
Dylan. Alias. Evan. Yenzo. We're people again. But only the ones who joined the organization here. I guess Xehanort doesn't count. But where are Braig and Isa?
Son of a... Dark intervention. 358 over 2 days. Let's eat some ice cream. We're best friends. You are right. Ha 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 ha. That's all I remember. I mean, that's all that happened, right, guys? Anything else happen? Yeah. How come he have slot? Actually, I think we're supposed to remember more, but I just can't think of what. Alright, well, let's find out. When Roxas first became part of the organization, he spent his days on missions, collecting hearts, and befriending another member named Axel. However, when Axel was sent to Castle Oblivion on a special mission, Roxas teamed up with the organization's new 14th member, a girl named Shion. Solely the two— oh, that's who it was, Gandalf! It was Shion! How could we forget? This is who Axel promised to bring back into Shion! You know what? I will never forget this again. Slowly, the two warmed to each other. Once Axel returned from his mission, he, Roxas, and Shion developed a routine of ending each day by having ice cream atop the Twilight Town clock tower. Ha 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 ha. There, they talked about work, friendship, their memories, and the meaning of a heart. One day, Shion was ordered to dispatch an imposter, Riku, who had donned— that's not how you spell imposter— who had donned the organization's robes to protect Sora. But Shion was overpowered and told her Keyblade was a sham. After failing a second mission, she slipped into a coma. When Shion finally awoke, Roxas' daily routine resumed a kind of normalcy. Something in his friend had changed. Slowly, Shion had began to question her own existence. You know, I should have forcing the drop so I could do the story chronologically instead of jumping around like I had. What else? On day 255, Shion visited Castle Oblivion and discovered what she was. Roxas waited for Shion at the clock tower, but she never came. The next day, he learned she had deserted the organization. Roxas tracked her down and tried to convince her to return. Shion drew her Keyblade threateningly. It was only once Axel appeared that he and Roxas were able to bring her back by force. After learning some of the truth about Shion, Roxas found his own existence thrown into question. He lost faith in Axel and the organization, who had kept so much hidden from him, and decided to run away. Meanwhile, Shion had tracked down a girl named Namine, and decided to return her share of Sora's memories to their owner. Axel hunted her down and made a double-edged promise. Keep running. I'll always be there to bring you back. After barely managing to keep that promise, Axel collapsed, and Xemnas, the organization's leader, took Shion away. Aimlessly, Roxas found himself wandering toward the clock tower. There, Shion revealed herself to not be a her at all, but a faceless puppet that the organization had created as a cage for Sora's memories. The last of those memories were inside Roxas, Sora's nobody. She would have to take them from him to become a complete Sora replica. The two fought, and Shion got her wish. She was defeated. As the memories that made her up returned to Sora, she ceased to exist and vanished from the minds of all who knew. Ceased to exist? I don't know. Just have ice cream. Confused and angry, Roxas decided to challenge Xemnas and the organization, free the hearts they had collected, and destroy Kingdom Hearts. Roxas was not strong enough to win, and if he fell here, Sora would never awaken, so Raikou confronted him. In his mind, Raikou heard the last wish of a girl whose name he could no longer remember, to stop Roxas. Never heard of her. He nearly failed, and had to allow the darkness in his heart to take over before he was able to subdue Roxas. A boy named Roxas woke up in his room in Twilight Town after having another strange dream. Excited, he ran off to meet his friends at their usual spot. Only 7 days of summer vacation left. I already know how that goes, because get recon. Start reading. Nobodies. If a strong-hearted person loses or is robbed of that heart, their body and spirit can live on as a nobody. Nobodies have no hearts, but they retain their human memories, which serve as a reservoir which to draw human emotion. Nobodies have no hearts, but they retain their human memories, which serve as... Oh, what? Unlike Heartless, nobodies are hierarchical, and choose to be subject to the organization's leader. Organization 13. Strongest of heart become nobodies that retain human form even after their heart is gone. Ansem the Wise did 6 apprentices, best of whom called himself Xehanort. The real Ansem abandoned his studies of the heart, but Xehanort could not let it stop there. He and the other apprentices betrayed Ansem and cast their hearts away to continue their master's research. Xehanort's nobody took a new name, Xemnas, and formed an organization with the other apprentices' nobodies. Once their numbers grew, they became known as Organization 13, though at one time they had a 14th member. What? They had a 14th member? What 14th? Organization 13's goal was to complete Kingdom Hearts from the hearts of people, by defeating Heartless and collecting the hearts they had captured. Sora thwarted their plan, however, by destroying the organization's members and setting a multitude of captive hearts free. Nothing. Oh, look at that. All the flown. Awesome. Lee. The human form of Axel, one of Organization 13's nobles. He is awoken in Radiant Garden. Dylan, the human form of Zoldan, one of Organization 13's nobodies. In an earlier time, he was one of the Ansem the Wise's apprentices, and helped guard the castle. He is awoken in Radiant Garden, but his condition remains unstable. Evan, the human form of Vexen, one of Organization 13's nobodies. In his previous life, he was one of the Ansem the Wise's apprentices, and researched the mysteries of the heart. He is awoken in Radiant Garden, but his condition remains unstable. Alias, the human form of Lexaeus, one of Organization 13's nobodies. At one time, he was one of Ansem the Wise's apprentices and helped guard the castle. He is awoken. Guard. Yenzo. Human form of Zexion, one of Organization 13's nobodies. He used to be one of Ansem the Wise's apprentices and researched the mysteries of the heart. He is awoken in Radiant Garden. Xemnas. Xehanort's nobody, who was once leader of Organization 13. He tried to create Kingdom Hearts from the hearts of people. Sora put an end to his plans and the man himself. So why is Sora seeing him now? Ansem. Xehanort's heartless. He tried to open the door to Kingdom Hearts, but fell to Sora in the end. Once again, Raikou finds himself face to face with his nemesis. La City des Cloches. Quasimodo, a young man who lives in the bell tower of Notre Dame Cathedral. His master, Judge Frollo, had forbidden him from setting foot outside, but a woman named Esmeralda changed him and gave him the strength to see what's out there. Esmeralda, a gypsy woman who loves freedom. She was pursued relentlessly by Frollo, but Quasimodo saved her from the fires. It is Riku. Just the Pancake calls him Raikou. Hence all the reference. Hugo, one of 3 cathedral gargoyles who can only be heard by Quasimodo, Sora, and Riku. Hugo is the wise guy of the bunch and quick to pick a fight. Victor, one of 3 cathedral gargoyles who can only be heard by Quasimodo, Sora, and Riku. Victor is the deep thinker of the bunch and doesn't know what to do with Hugo. Laverne, one of the cathedral gargoyles who can only be heard by Quasimodo, Sora, and Raikou. Laverne just wants Quasimodo to be safe and happy. Judge Cloud Frollo, a wicked man charged with keeping order in the city. He had no choice but to take Quasimodo in as an infant, but kept him locked in the cathedral bell tower. Frollo hates the very sight of gypsies whom he believes are the root of all evil in the city. Phoebus, captain of the guard. After meeting Quasimodo and Esmeralda, he began to question and then challenge Judge Frollo's methods. Yeah, put him down. 42% of the nightmares found already. Toxamander. These easygoing Dream Eaters still know how to play hardball. You're snoozing, it's poison and confusion they're oozing. Approach with caution. Fin Fatale. Order fish with lasers. Aha! I see what they did there. It's a bunch of frickin' fish with frickin' lasers on their frickin'. Before you get blasted, bring the thunder! You might just shock their gills off. Tatsu Steed. These bubble blowers are dead eyes at long range and punching bags up close. Now, where would you rather be? Echo Cat. This feline knows it's better than you. It doesn't walk, it dances. It doesn't use magic. It hits you with magical awesomeness. Damn straight. Close the distance and put this cat on the mat. Yeah, peeps the who. The house. This wise guy uses scan to find weaknesses and attacks accordingly, but completing the scan takes time. Isn't that a weakness too? Esker Club. Homebodies who like to hide an invincible shell. Invincible shells. Only problem, too many attacks will cause the shell to pop right off, leading to blushing and potential bruising. Keio Kabuto! With a cannon for a horn and an ironclad frontal defense, this sharpshooting beetle battler be tough to dent unless you can get behind it in the Beetle Battle Book. Bee Flower. These Dream Eaters stick by their friends, dishing out flower power to keep their HP in the green. Zoliphant. Frolers tighten into a tizzy and you had better take cover, but once the tantrum tapers off, it's wide open. Jokopop. Their poker faces are hard to read, and every attack is a gamble, but on a good Dream Eater, seal the deal. Cyberyog. Here's a Hersine hazard that shoots lasers from its horns. Once the Blastathon subsides, though, it's open season. Flower. This Dream Eater is a total downer, inflicting negative status effects left and right and getting pouty when companions leave it behind. Just a Palky. When the spoofy spook isn't pretending to be prizes, it's trying to nab the real ones, and there's your opportunity to strike. E-Glider. Total natural in the sky, this super sniper has the very unfortunate habit of gloating when it lands a shot. Drill Sigh. Once upon a time, there was a powerful rhino that could transform into a ball of spikes but hated magic. You probably know where this is going. Gargoyle. Float like a butterfly, sting like a gargoyle. This fiend can do serious damage from a distance or swoop in for a 1-2 wallop with its twin hammers. Rollamari, a 6-armed arsenal with twin swordicles, 4 lasercles, and a million ways to use them. All about the float. Sting like a B1. 2 of them. Atom splits. La Cité des Cloches. With Frollo out of the picture, Quasimodo broke free from the confines of the cathedral and faced the world outside. For Sora. While investigating an outbreak of monsters in the square, Sora met Quasimodo. Nightmares had Quasimodo surrounded, but he was enjoying being the king of fools and was reluctant to leave. A gypsy named Esmeralda helped him get to safety in the cathedral. Inside Notre Dame, Quasimodo returned the favor and helped Esmeralda escape the soldiers surrounding the cathedral by carrying her safely to the streets below. Sora learned that Judge Frollo had forbidden Quasimodo from ever leaving. Concerned, he decided to seek out Quasimodo and talk to him about his predicament. Searching for Quasimodo, Sora ran into Captain Phoebus. Phoebus was beginning to harbor doubts about Frollo's methods and had come to warn Esmeralda and the other gypsies that they were in trouble. On hearing this, Quasimodo produced the pension he had received from Esmeralda. The pendant would reveal the location of the gypsy safe haven known as the Court of Miracles. They found Esmeralda. Court of Miracles, but Judge Frollo appeared, arrested Esmeralda, and knocked Sora out cold. For some reason, let's kill him right there. Sora awoke to find the city ablaze. Esmeralda had been sentenced to burn, but Quasimodo rescued her while Sora confronted a giant nightmare. By the time the nightmare fell, Quasimodo had already settled matters with Judge Frollo. It's funny. He had learned not to let his heart be a prison and was ready to brave the outside world. Alone, Sora found himself face to face with a gray-haired youth. The young man stayed only long enough to say, "You're the one who has made your heart a prison, even if you're not the prisoner." Used by these words, Sora unlocked the next sleeping. Riku. Riku crossed paths with Esmeralda, a gypsy who was being chased by Judge Frollo and Captain Phoebus. She told Riku about the darkness that was driving Frollo. Inside the Cathedral of Notre Dame, Riku met Quasimodo. Judge Frollo was keeping Quasimodo walled up inside the cathedral, but Riku knew that the highest walls for Quasimodo and for he himself were around their hearts. As Riku searched for Frollo, he was attacked by a giant nightmare. Somehow he escaped and caught up with Frollo, who seemed to be the one controlling the nightmares. He also found Phoebus, who was badly injured while trying to stop the judge. The chase continued. Riku passed Quasimodo, who had just rescued Esmeralda. Riku was reassured to see how much stronger Quasimodo's heart had grown. Frollo's heart, however, fell to dark. And Sam and the gray-haired youth appeared a moment later to remind Riku of the darkness in his own heart. But Riku knew he was strong enough to choose his own path, and with the Keyblade in hand, he drove off the giant nightmare. Quasimodo resolved to brave the outside world, while Riku reflected upon his past and the future he must shape from it. He unlocked the sleeping key. Phew. Party. What we get? Ching. Actually, I only have 2. Come on. One more vibrant. Alright, let's go to the group. Oh, we're on our way. So, Zero, you asked what you missed. We have time, so I'll go through it now. Were you here for the entire first part of the game? First stream of the game? Earlier today? This is going spectacular. Yeah, first stream. Alright, well, all I did in this one was, continue Prankster's Paradise of Sora. They found 2 fake Pinocchios. And then he went and found the real one, who was already turning into a donkey, just like the show. And Xemnas and Young Xehanort appeared. Surprised to see Xemnas, even though you already saw him in the grid, but you saw that.
No. Let's see how this plays out.
And then Xemnas said, "Oh, look at that, a puppet who's grown a heart inside of it. What a crazy coincidence." And then they left. That's it. Just wanted to be specific. So, nothing is the answer. It's nothing.
Another stray.
Novel.
Are you a prisoner? Yeah, it looks that way. Name's Sam. I'm Riku.
Yes, exactly.
Where are we, Sam?
Sora said, "Screw
We're
the
on the
Hoda
grid."
police." Riku didn't want to buy it.
You're in luck. Only a precious few are granted light cycle battle privileges.
You gonna explain why it's so lucky?
I'll show you.
How hard can it be?
Oh my god! Cycle, use the light cycles, ribbons, and projectiles to derez your opponents as you complete the objective. Use X to fire projectiles at enemies in front. The ribbon will direct opponents to your rear. Weapons, ribbon. Press square to switch between your ribbon and projectile. Sora's missing. I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that, but that was exciting. Did damage, so apparently it's intended. No, that's definitely not something I was supposed to be able to do. I got stuck in between his claws and his head.
I think I've had enough entertainment for one day.
Oh wait, that was the entertainment. Silly goose.
Riku! You made it. You escaped from the games.
Yeah.
I know a way off the grid. Wanna come with?
No. You go ahead. Wait, what's the way out?
Through the portal.
Portal?
Yeah. It's like a gate that opened when I came here. Once I'm back in the real world, I can delete Clue. And then my dad will be able to come home.
Your dad?
Not my dad.
He vanished 20 years ago when he came here to the grid. But because he needed to protect his disc from Clue, he went into hiding. He's been trapped there ever since. But I'm gonna change that.
I see. Sam, you mind if I go with you after all? To the portal?
Sure. I'll take what help I can get. But first there's somebody I need to meet. He's in the city.
father and son.
I tried to get back, but I couldn't get to the portal. It uses massive power and it can't stay open forever. And like a safe, it can only be open from the outside.
It's like
it closed on me, Sam.
Handsome the ones in days.
That's why I never came home.
Insane.
So the portal, it activated when I came in. So it's open now.
Not for long. Only 1 millicycle. About 8 hours.
So we go now. We go home. We make a run for it. We get you
Sam,
out of here.
Don't rush.
What do you mean, don't rush? The portal's gonna close.
My disc is everything, Sam. It's the master key. The golden ticket. The way out. And not just for me.
What do you mean?
Our worlds are more connected than anyone knows. Clue figures if I can be in...
That was the joke, Zero.
With my disc, it's possible.
And then what?
The music in the background, too.
Game over.
Sets the scene.
The guy doesn't dig imperfection. What's more imperfect than our world? I can't let that happen. I won't.
So what do we do? Nothing?
It's amazing how productive doing nothing can be. Clue is planning something. We've known that for a while. It's his game now. The only way to win is not to play.
Yeah, well, that's a hell of a way to live.
But it is a way. Sometimes life has a way of moving you past things like wants and hopes.
That's great, Dad. Keep telling yourself that.
Oh.
Good night, Sam.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen Tron Legacy. But, part I've never gotten all of that is, this Clue guy. He's the bad guy. How does he not know that's where Hugh Jackman's been hiding on? That's not actually Hugh Jackman, then I don't really... Okay, you're asking for more. Totally know that's him. Wouldn't he?
Yeah. You're done. You're done. Yeah. Take this. Yeah.
You know, the fights don't last long enough for you guys to be able to tell. Ouch.
Take this.
You actually listen to this battle theme? It's pretty damn good. Again, I never listened to it long enough. It's really, it gets into it.
Yeah. Take this. Yeah. 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 Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Take this. Take this. Yeah. 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 Sorry. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Kill some time till I get back.
Just kill some time.
Glad I get to fight more than boredom.
Yeah, right? Back to, this guy has complete control over this computer. He controls all the individuals. Not all the individuals. He got this own little army and all that fun stuff. He has this great plan to go take over the world. Hates imperfections, as the game described it. How does he not know exactly where all these humans in his system are? He would absolutely. Otherwise, he lives in an imperfect system and wouldn't want to move on to Earth until he finishes off this, making this system perfect.
Take this! Yeah! Ha! 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 Yeah! 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 Take this! Yeah! Yeah! Take this! Heal! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Dream! Ha! Ha! You're done!
Time to play some music while listening to. I mean, hey, the capacity. I believe it's a fair.
What? Sam!
Who's this?
I'm Riku. Sam and I were on our way to the portal.
Just gonna ditch him. What a guy.
Come with us.
Where are we headed?
The portal. But we need a solar sailor. There's one in the underground docks.
We're on our way to the portal. Where are we headed? We're on our way to the portal. So that's how you know. Is that Hugh Jack? I think it's Hugh Jack. This guy. God, I didn't see this movie. I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
Dad. It's gone.
It is. She's stable.
We have to go back. Clue will use it to reach the outside world. I can stop him from destroying it if you just let me do this.
You've done enough already.
Oh, there it is. It's Jeff Bridges. There you go. Sorry. Sorry. Not Hugh Jackman.
What do we do now?
Take it back. It's Jeff Bridges.
I don't know. Nothing. We do nothing. Be still.
Has to be him. It is. No, I know they got the actual
Wait.
voice actors to play it. It's you wouldn't even know it. It sounds terrible. It's like so bad.
We can hop a solar sailor. A full-on sprint to the portal. We can beat Clue there.
Yes, it's Jeff Bridges. I'm telling you.
Let's get her out of here.
It still doesn't make sense. It is him. It is. The dude and the dudette are the same voices as well.
Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! 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 You're done! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Sorry! Yeah! Ha! Sorry! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Ha!
Big Lebowski.
Yeah! Ha! Take this! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah!
Hey, Zylander. Welcome back. Yeah, as promised, we're back. Back. I got done the work I needed to get done. Thanks.
Yeah.
And once again, at least one of the biggest flaws I found in the PS4 version of this game, aside from the gameplay, is when you go to make a reality shift, you're supposed to be triangle plus circle. Triangle first, it uses whatever command you roll. Couldn't see it. If you use circle first, you jump before actually using the reality shift. It's not a nice combo. Like that. Popping in and out from time to time. I'm here.
Is she gonna make it?
I don't know.
But didn't you write her code?
Some of it. But the rest is just beyond me.
She's an ISO.
ISO?
A whole new life form. Korra is the last ISO.
And you created them?
They manifested like a flame. They weren't really from anywhere. The conditions were right, and they came into being. For centuries, we've dreamed of a pure existence beyond our own. I found them in here, like flowers in a wasteland. They were spectacular. Everything I'd hoped to find in the system. Control, order, perfection. None of it meant a thing. The ISOs, they were going to be my gift to the world. There, good as new. It's going to take a while for our system to reboot.
So what happened to your gift?
Clue happened. He was built to create the perfect system, but endless potential can never, ever be fully realized. Clue saw the ISOs as an imperfection, so he destroyed them.
He screwed up.
No. He's me. I screwed it up. Chasing after perfection. Chasing after what was right in front of me. Right in front of me.
Look too hard for one thing, and you miss everything else. And then, the people around you get hurt in the process. Like Xehanort, his single-minded thirst for answers created Ansem. We all have a little of that curiosity in us. So if we're not careful, any one of us could create an Ansem. Great! They found us!
We've been put on a new course.
Makes one of us, yeah. I certainly.
Goodbye.
Korra!
No, wait!
She's removing herself from the equation.
We can't just let her go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell him.
No. Hold on, Sam. What about getting you to the portal? You shut them down from the outside.
But Cora comes first. And we still have to get back your disc.
Save the program.
Sam, if you chase two rabbits, you won't catch either.
If this is a father-son thing, I won't butt in. But we should probably get back that disc at least, before Clue uses it to destroy the outside world. Come on, Sam.
Right. Meet me on the flight deck, and get us some wheels.
Wheels? What's your plan?
I'm a user. I'll improvise.
So the only reason he hadn't is that soon
Riku,
is because he was
I
sick.
gotta save Cora too.
I know. We will.
The dish should be somewhere on the throne ship. I saw it dock here earlier. Over there.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Look at him go. Oh god, he got out. Didn't like being watched.
Yeah. 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 Huh. Take this. Take this. Yeah. 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 Ha. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Sorry. Heal. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Cannot answer.
Heal. Yeah. 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 Hut. 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 Yeah.
Found it.
Sam, go! Oh.
Oh, the slow motion. Tron died.
What are you doing here?
To the flight deck.
But Clue will be here any minute. We'll never make it.
Don't worry. Riku's here to help.
Why does she even self-sacrifice? I have always assumed that was just something that happened in the movie. I could not tell you what the hell that was about. Again, this is a movie I have not seen, Gandalf. You're asking the wrong guy. Anything that doesn't make sense, I just chalk off to, well, it must have happened in the movie, so they wanted to. It's prize shot.
Heal. Take this.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
Come on.
You're done. Take this. You're done.
It's been a long time since I've seen the movie, so that plot's not really.
This is mine.
And yeah, it's Yao.
Had a feeling you'd be here.
You! You promised that we would change the world, together. You broke your promise.
Bridges v. Bridges.
I took the system to its maximum potential. And now, you see the applications at my disposal.
I don't believe it.
You can leave this one to me.
Take this.
See, make sure that is.
Come on! Come on! Sorry! Take this! Ha! Take this!
If I remember correctly, there's again at the end, I think.
Yeah! Ha! Take this! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Yeah!
boxer!
I created the perfect system. The thing about perfection is that it's unknowable. It's impossible. But it's also right in front of us, all the time. You wouldn't know that because I didn't when I created you. I'm sorry, Clue. I'm sorry.
Oh. Dumbo. Maximum potential creates a colorful bug.
Go! Clue! Remember what you came for! No.
Debated. Debated.
No. Why? He's my son. Go!
Oh my God, he made it!
Dad! Sam! It's time! No!
Sam, it's what he wants.
I'm not leaving you! Take her!
Bring the cyborgs into the world!
Yes!
Yes!
Goodbye, kiddo.
Don't even think about it.
That was Olivia Wilde. I just googled this movie. Oh, Jeff Bridges swallowed Jeff Bridges. Swoosh. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. All I know about this movie, what I saw in this game, and that instead of what happens in this game with Tron just falling and the guy going and getting him, Tron dies in the movie.
These gates that connect worlds. Maybe when we pass through them, we're challenged and changed. And it's not over. There are more trials ahead we have to overcome.
It's like I fight for the users.
But we'll be ready, Sora.
Because that was the Tron reboot we're all looking for right here.
Where are they? I've turned this castle upside down. Hey, are the other two still out cold?
Dylan and Evan are conscious again.
but still unstable. They're resting inside.
Gotcha. Well, I guess I'll give the castle grounds a sweep.
Don't. If they were back, we would have found them by now.
So do you think they were blasted off to some other world, or what?
I highly doubt it. When someone who's lost their heart is recompleted, they should return to the place where it happened. And if that world is unavailable for whatever reason, a refuge is made for them in the realm between, a world called Traverse Town. They would be sent there. Or perhaps...
No, look. Okay. The fact is, we're here. We've been recompleted, right? So they should be here too. Plain and simple.
I agree, it is strange.
What a drag. Could they not have been recompleted at all?
Well, you see...
Forget it. You know what? I'll bring them back myself.
Huh? How, exactly?
No.
Why do I always get stuck with the icky jobs?
Said it. Memory and heart is. This is Paris. Furiku is just monstrous. Zim Zam Zoom. 700. Great start. Start. Oh, look at that. I glitched myself through. Ow, come on. Easy point, shut up. Yes, we still A-ranked it. Well, that went according to plan. Show is now over. Sora is on it.
Pinocchio! Son! Where have you run off to?
Isn't that Geppetto?
Wait.
Then this must be...
So many other monsters you've been inside of. However, implies that this was the monster. Other than by recognizing Geppetto. Pepperon. Gelato. The grid. Sora was excited to be back in a familiar. That excitement was cut short when the tryhard guards tried to arrest them. Sora escaped but was ambushed by Rinsler, who mysteriously vanished without a fight. Flynn, Sam, and Korra watched all this unfold, intrigued. Korra approached Sora, turned in to AskChaCha.com. As it turned out, Rinsler was really Sora's friend Tron, whose memory had been manipulated. Sora wanted to set Tron's memory straight, so Korra agreed to take him to might still possess Tron's original source code. While searching for the source code on the throne ship, Sora and Korra were attacked by Rinsler. Korra was overwhelmed, but before Sora could intervene, the throne ship hatch closed and she was left behind. The gray-haired youth appeared along with Xemnas, who posed a difficult question. How could Sora be sure his memories and feelings were his to begin with? Then the gray-haired youth implied that the dream world was not a dream at all. Both vanished after saying their piece. Sora was taken to the stadium, where he came face-to-face with Clue and Renslayer. Clue offered to restore Tron's memory in exchange for the key, but Sora had to refuse, leading to a battle with Renslayer. Sora did not want to fight his friend. Sora arrived, safe and sound. He told him to use the Keyblade. He realized he might still be able to bring Tron to his senses. With Renslayer's defeat, Sora became distracted. Seeing his chance, Clue hurled his disc, but Renslayer pushed Sora out of harm's way in the nick of time. Right in the nick of time. The disc caused Renslayer's footing to de-res, and when he tried to grab for Sora's hand, he plunged into the abyss. Realizing some part of his friend inside Renslayer had reached for his hand, Sora struck upon the answer to Xemnas' question. You know we are real because our hearts lead us back to the truth. He unlocked the sleeping key. Raikou. I would always like Pinocchio. To say is this sentence is a lot, and he's done. It's the same paradox as in mathematics. Just saying. Raikou. On arrival, Raikou found himself in the spotlight, or rather, searchlights. Realizing he may have more nemesis to deal with than just the nightmares, he decided to let himself be caught to find out more. In the process, he met Sam. But they were soon separated, and Raikou was forced into a light cycle battle. He seized a chance to escape and reunited with Sam. Sam needed to get out of this world, and when he mentioned a portal, Raikou decided to go along. He split up briefly so Sam could investigate a lead, but something went wrong and he returned with company. He didn't return at all, so Raikou got to go chase him. Korra, who had malfunctioned, and his father. They all continued to the portal. On the solar sailway that would take them there, Flynn repaired Korra. She was the last of a life form called an ISO. The emergence of the ISOs had caused Clue to seize control of the grid, trapping Flynn inside so he would never return home to the room. He would never return. Suddenly, the solar sailor's course was altered, and the group found themselves landing on the Rectifier, Clue's warship. When they disembarked, Renslayer was on patrol. Knowing they would not be able to just slip by, Korra intentionally let herself be caught so the others could escape. There you go. See, that's what it was, guys. So the others could escape. Because that's what happened. Raikou and Sam saved Korra and recovered Flynn's missing disc. After catching up with Flynn, they all headed for the portal. Clue was waiting. He summoned a giant nightmare and attacked. Raikou finished off the night. Confronted Flynn. What's wrong with What's wrong with creating the perfect system? But Flynn explained that true perfection was unknowable, a fact that was lost on Clue because Flynn himself had not known at the time of Clue's creation. Clue seized Flynn's disc, but it was the wrong one. He'd been tricked. Flynn's disc was in Korra's hands, and now Sam was using it. It was time to say goodbye to his father for good. He raised the disc aloft, and he and Korra vanished into the light, just as Flynn and Clue fused and ceased to exist. Raikou reflected on the portal, as he himself had used to cross between worlds. Realizing more trials were ahead, he unlocked the sleeping key. Sam, Kevin Flynn's son. A message, supposedly from his father, led him into the grid, where the two were reunited for the first time in 2010. Like, I remember when this movie. I feel like it was that long. The last of the Isos, a new life form that manifested in the realm. She was always stuck by Flynn. Flynn, Sam's father, Kevin Flynn. 20 years ago, he was trapped inside the grid. His disc is the key to reopening the portal back to the room. Hold on. So this dude was in Tron. Guards, programs that have been repurposed to protect Clue. Clue, a program Flynn made to look just like him. His original purpose was to help expand the grid, but the emergence of the ISOs provoked him to usurp control. Renslayer, a hostile program formerly known as Tron, wiped Tron's memory when he changed his code. Commandos, persistent customer that attacks by firing discs and light ribbons. You can wear it down, but it will get right back up as soon as it's done recharging. Stabaki. A white that can blink out of sight and fight with sprite height. Fright is tight, but smite it with lightness nighty night, alright? Aight. Picking up and putting that. Dumbo! Page 1, that's the chest Dumbo's in, so it should have been. once. The original story, Pinocchio was dead, apparently by hanging. Stuff he was... All this rhyming, yeah, I don't... It was old. Oh, was that not the one I... It was Vibrant Fancy, not Vibrant Fantasy. Legacy is a sequel. I thought it was, that's why I was confused when it said other. Better. Suck. Who cares? Time to pet these weird looking animals.
What's the matter?
Dream eaters.
Huh? Goodness, who are you?
Riku.
Oh, Riku, you poor lad. Seems you were swallowed up by Monstro just like the rest of us. My name is Geppetto, and I'm looking for my son Pinocchio.
Pinocchio's gone missing?
I'm afraid so. After all my searching, I found him here in the whale. But then he ran off again to who knows where.
That sounds kind of familiar. Mr. Geppetto, let me go look for your son.
You would do that? Thank you. Are you sure?
Yeah, leave it to me.
Did you say you were really going to help us find Pinocchio?
Jiminy?
Huh? That's right. Name's Jiminy. Jiminy Cricket. But, shucks, have we met?
No. You know, never mind.
If you say so. Anyway, Pinocchio comes first.
Right. Any idea where he went?
He's dead.
Well, I'm almost certain he wandered off with a stranger.
Can you describe him?
I remember he was dressed in a black coat.
Huh?
It's you.
A black coat? He's back again. Thanks.
Come on, Rick.
Huh?
Well, I'm going with you. Pinocchio's gonna need his conscience, and that's where I come in.
Did you guys know? Just use the emote Twitch. Oh, I actually want to find out. Anyway, did you guys know that the most used emote is Kappa? That means it's Kipo. Third, it's Poksha. So every time you go to use Kappa, use PogChamp instead. Weird looking heartless. These aren't heartless, they're nice.
Pinocchio!
Jiminy!
Let him go now!
Oh. Hmm?
Thank goodness. Are you all right? Riku and I looked for you everywhere.
What is that I missed? Apparently the whole purpose of the game.
Sorry, Jiminy. I messed up real bad. You and Father must have been so worried about me.
It's
What,
Roxas here.
Pinocchio?
It's not Roxas.
I think you just might be finally starting to learn.
Who are you?
Told you.
Me?
Yeah. See him again. Just there.
As I live and breathe.
That was my dark side. I gave in to the darkness once, and ever since, it's chased me around in one form or another.
It's just your rep.
The seeker
Yeah,
of
sure,
darkness
whatever you
who stole
say.
my body. A puppet replica of the shadows in my heart. And now, I'm facing me.
Your dark side?
Gee, Riku, don't
Never
you have a
lost his
Jiminy
heart.
like I do?
I mean, I've always
He's
debated
my
that,
conscience.
but
He's taught me all kinds of important
no, that
stuff.
was
Maybe
if
just
you
need
remember
somebody to show
Recon,
you what's right and
Vex and
wrong.
me, replica of
Sure.
Riku.
You
And
can't
that
shoulder
is
all
that.
your problems
That's the
alone,
replica.
you know.
It's him.
You must have somebody. A friend
And
you
what
can
gives
talk
that
to?
away is the fact that right after
Yeah.
this cutscene, I'm gonna read the plot to Recon 2.
Actually, I do.
He's gonna pop off.
That stupid grin he's always wearing.
Yeah.
He's the best teacher I could ever have.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, I wish I had lots of good friends.
You will, Pinocchio. More than you can count.
Makes
What
sense.
now?
No, it doesn't.
Is something in there? Pinocchio, Jiminy, you should head back. I'll see what's shaking things up.
Okay.
It's more the breach. See? Remembers. Sora, Donald, and Goofy had been searching for Riku and King Mickey for some time before Sora came face to face with a man in a black coat who guided them to a castle. Oblivious that the man said was constructed from Sora's memory. Sora and friends began some other cards like it. And then he said, "Come forth. Blue eyes, white dragon." Makes sense that they give you a summary here. Marluxia, the man in the black coat, and a member of the organization, was of a girl named Nami Ne. Sora's memory, Sora's keyboard. Serving the nobodies, a special type of being created when a person's heart was stolen. Sora made his way through the castle, his memories of characters replaced with those of Nami Ne. He had Raikou, who appeared in the dank form to protect. Sora went out and Raikou vanished. I'm here to protect. I have Nami. I have Nami Ne. It's not computer. System shut down. One by one, Sora defeated organization members who stood in his. One of them, Axel, more slippery than the others and seemed to be neither friend nor foe. Sora also learned that the Raikou he had was just a replica manufactured by the organization. This replica's help, Sora was able to strike Marluxia. Nami confessed to Sora what she had done, but she did not hold it against her. She offered him a choice. He could either scattered memories, his old memories of his castle, or they were not. Sora chose to get his old memories back by going into a deep sleep until first he promised Nami she would be forgotten. And meanwhile, Raikou had found his way out of the realm between light and darkness, led by a mysterious voice. He made his way to Castle Oblivion, but the voice turned out to be Ansam's. Raikou made it to the castle, battling Ansam and the darkness within him at every step. Who's the darkness? No. Pretty please. No. How about now? No. It's the light. Okay. It's the light and darkness. Are a genius. The organization had also noticed the darkness of Riku's heart and sought to use it for their own ends. While facing Laxius, one of the organization members, Riku was forced to summon the darkness within him and succumb to it. Somewhere far away, he heard King Mickey call out to him. Knowing King Mickey was watching over him, gave Riku the strength to press on through the castle. With the power of darkness proving too great a temptation, Raikou again seemed ready to be overtaken by Ansem, but this time King Mickey came to his rescue in person. The king gave him a special card. Inside the card world, he discovered that the Ansem he had been fighting was actually a man named Diz. The man told Riku to find Nami and disappeared. Before Riku could reach Namine, he was confronted by the Riku replica. The real Riku won out and the replica seemingly vanished. Namine offered to lock away Riku's memory of Ansem, but Riku had to face the darkness in his heart himself. He prevailed over Ansem and departed Castle Oblivion with Riku by his side. Then on, he resolved to shoulder both light and darkness and walk the road on. This guy saved us from the realm of darkness for only $10. By the way, you owe me $5.
Yeah.
Boing, 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 boing.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, sorry. Yeah. Take this. You're done.
See notes on the disposition board. Dispositions. Mine keeps on cutting out. Well, it's weird. I was just watching it on OBS and it wasn't cutting out. So I don't know if Twitch is just twitching. I have OBS up on my. It's picking it up every time I speak into it. Nothing about this game's story makes sense. Oh, I got that right. This was really pushing me towards not really caring whether or not I get Kingdom Hearts 3 spoiled for me when I go to stream it. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Add this disposition game. Come on. Maybe it's just Twitch, it's fine. Yeah, that's what's weird. Like, I specifically looked. Choppy while reading. Ah, see? It was because of the story. That's... I need to make it up. Let's give me a vibrant fancy. Just want one.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Hut. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Take this. Sorry.
Wait.
Hey. Take this. Sorry. Yeah.
That's what I needed.
Yeah.
And it's a collision magnet.
Hut. Yeah. Ha. Hut. Hey.
All that. Just got what I needed. And now we can create Stannis 4. Water resistance 20. Oh no. Water spells. Yeah, I use. Stannis Alliance. No. Stannis 4. He's a wrestler. See it? Cooper. He's getting all the pets now. A happy little cape. Don't be like that. Turn around. Yeah. Oh, now he's a bruiser. Do it. I don't like this minigame. This minigame sucks. What's the point of this? There's a trophy for getting a specific score. I don't know what it is. And obviously it's increasing like affinity and link points. Like these little minigame things are how you're supposed to farm the link points for them. Which is what allows you to unlock the abilities. Doing this one specifically, so I need the trophy is. Too lazy to go look up what the score's supposed to be. Unfortunately for me, I suck at this. I like the music, so do I. It's just la 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 la. I'm not even trolling, I actually do like the music. The meme of a 3D run used to be, yes, you had to actually play these out to get any link points for them. And the runners used to actually use these games in the runs. And so during any given run, like, you'd listen to this song a shitload of times. Fuck! I suck! I still suck! I couldn't have hit that guy accurately if I had tried. Okay, that works. I think it's 750. I suck. Yes, leaf bracer. because you can just like they're doing what you're supposed to.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Ha.
I don't know. Yeah, you. Sorry, too screwed. And the boss. But it wasn't a rock. It was a rock lobster. See? And on. Go. Go. Eat shark lobster. Shark lobster.
Ha. 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 Take this. Ha. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, come on. You know, BBS balanced game, we get nice things like this. This game's better.
I thought I was only sent into the past, on the Destiny Islands. So why does it seem like time was rewound in this world too? Maybe it's like Master Yen Sid said. The world was freed from darkness, but is yet to wake from it.
Oh.
It's trapped in a never-ending dream.
Oh. Ocean's Raid, Keyblade, fewer cinematic immortality. Now we have to force the drop. I shouldn't have. Sorry. We're back.
Hey! 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 Ha! Hey! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Back off! Yeah! Hey! Ha! Yeah! Yeah!
missing code.
Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! There! Ha! Yeah! Ha! There! Ha ha! Yeah! Ha! Go on! Back off! Yeah! 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 Ha! Yeah!
Well, I hope they got home safe. Hmm?
Hey, PK Master, welcome.
You must be Sora.
Oh. Yes, ma'am. And you must be the Blue Fairy.
That's right. And I'm afraid that I have grave news. Good Geppetto went off to look for Pinocchio, and he was swallowed by a whale named Monstro.
What? Have you told Pinocchio and Jiminy about it yet?
Yes. And when I told them Geppetto was still alive inside the whale and at the bottom of the sea, those two little ones ran off at once. They're very determined to save him.
Yeah, PK Master,
But
you
that's
missed
crazy.
the reading of
I've gotta find them.
This Monstro? I've heard of him, Pinocchio. He's a whale of a whale. Why, he swallows whole ships alive. And besides, it's dangerous. Why,
Goodbye, Jiminy.
Goodbye. I may be live bait down there, but I'm with you.
See ya! That's the end of that. Easy roll.
Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Yeah!
Why did we leave Raikou? Because we couldn't progress this story anymore?
Go on! Ha! There! Ha ha! Hey! Yeah! There! Back off!
Did you ban Balloon? Only for the beginner mode. When I unlock critical mode, I'll and show. She's Balloon, right? I've beaten this game on critical mode without using Balloon before, but one time was enough for my sanity.
Yeah! Hey! Oh. Ha ha! Back off! Hey! Yeah!
I definitely never played this game on beginner mode. So I wonder what mode it was when I beat this to unlock.
Ha ha! Yeah!
Because I never did this much damage in this game.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh. Huh. Yeah! Oh. Yeah!
It's a frog. Oh, where's my frog?
Oh. Ha. Ha. Ha ha. Hey. Yeah, yeah. There. Yeah, heal. Oh. Yeah. Oh. 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 Oh.
There it is. Ribbity Bibbit, I challenge thee. You're on. Go, Frogger.
Yeah. There. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah. Ha ha. Yeah. Hey, back off. Yeah. Together. Ha. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. There.
Oh, what are you doing?
Back off. Hey, yeah, ha. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, ha. Hey, ha, ha. So long. So long. Ha, ha. Yeah, ha. Back off. Ha, ha. Back off. Hey. Yeah, yeah. Ha! Oh! Ha ha! Ha! Hey, yeah, ha!
He's under the map. What? And now he's back. What is this?
Here. Yeah. Oh, back off. Yeah. Back off. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Ha. Hey. Yeah. 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 Ha ha. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. 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 Back off. Yeah. 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 Back off. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Back off. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Let's go.
Finish this. No, where'd he go?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
No! Are you kidding me? I was one hit away! This is the game where Balloon Rose broken is. Carrie. Not Kira, it's Carrie. Just go play Jelly the Necromancer. Yeah, it really makes you feel a lot better at the game than you are. Doing hot. No, there's only. See, now I don't want to do Hom 3. I'm gonna jack my name. Disc. In PBS, this didn't happen. I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed. If it didn't glitch out onto that, stop dancing, Dream Eaters. You didn't do your jobs. If it didn't glitch out onto the map, I would have had it. Why are these back?
Back off. Ha. Yeah. Ha ha. So long. Ha. Ha ha. Hey. Ha. Ha ha. Back off.
Oh, that's not fair.
Back off. Ha. Ha.
Are we sure BBS is the worst? Yes. Oh, I am 100% positive. Without even having played Recon. That's how bad that game looked. Alright, Gandalf, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm well aware that it's 10:35 p.m. my time. What's the fun of it? Oh, let's go!
Yeah.
Flow motion. Anyone who says they don't like flow motion is... I stand by this statement. Oh, there it is.
Hey! Yeah! 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 Back off! Yeah! Oh. Oh. Yes! Ha! Yeah. Ha. Ha. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a ram stream here.
Hey. Yeah. Hey.
Another one.
Pinocchio! Jiminy! Oh no!
I'll have to claw my way past. then
Oh,
rescue my
claw
friend.
my way past. Wait. Chill, Clops there.
Yeah! Ah! Ha-ha! Back off! Back off! Hey! Yeah! Hey! Ha! 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 Yeah!
Damn.
Yeah! Oh! Yeah! Heal! Ha! Ha! Oh! Go on! Oh! There! Hey! Ha! Yeah! 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 Oh! Oh! Ha! Yeah! Oh! Oh! So long! Oh! Oh! Ha! Back off! Ha! Yeah! 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 So long! Yeah! Oh! Yeah! Yeah! Oh! Back off! Back off! Back off! Yeah! Back off! Hey! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! 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 Oh! Oh! Ha-ha! Yeah! Yeah! Ha-ha! Yeah! Yeah! Here!
Oh, not again, please.
Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Ho! 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 There! He's high!
Look at that. The power of reality shows. We can fly. Yeah, I wish you guys didn't see this one coming. I mean, yeah. That was exciting.
Ah! Oh! Oh! Ah! Ah! Ah!
I get it now. After this, Pinocchio and Jiminy's world gets dragged into darkness. And they end up cast into the sea between worlds, along with Monstro. And then, they end up in Traverse Town and the belly of the whale. That's when we meet for real. It's like Master Yensid said. I'm in the dream, Pinocchio's world is dreaming. And that world will never be right again until it wakes from sleep.
It's cute. Actual plot.
He'll be just fine as long as Riku's with him.
Huh? You don't think... No! Master Yen said...
Look! It's a raven!
Uh-oh.
That raven is Maleficent's.
What's the cat?
Oh my god! It
Why,
ate Queen
that's
Minnie!
Minnie's.
The raven ate Queen Minnie!
Huh?
Gorge, what's it say?
It's from Maleficent. She's kidnapped Minnie.
She took Queen Minnie?
The letter says for me to return to Disney Castle, or else.
Mickey, there is no time to waste.
Easy
Okay,
things. In Kingdom Hearts 2,
stay here.
the whole purpose of the cornerstone of life.
Going with you.
That Maleficent and Pete couldn't enter
Gosh,
that castle
I
because they were
guess you're right,
forces
pals.
of darkness.
We friends need to stick together.
But I guess, yeah,
Master Yen Sid, we'll be back.
we saved it.
The timing is too perfect, too calculated. Maleficent must sense a change in the forces of darkness. A change like Xehanort.
Inhabitants of the sleeping tomb.
Huh? I'm back in Traverse Town.
Why, hello down there, Sora. I've been waiting.
You do know you can wait on the ground, right? Come down so we can talk.
Now?
Now? What do you mean now? You're the one who said you were waiting.
He shrugged.
You're turning more into Neku every day. But listen, I'm glad you two showed up because...
You two? Does that mean Riku's here?
Yes,
Facial
but you and me
expressions.
are still a world apart.
My God.
He didn't seem especially worried, though. He knows he'll find you.
Yeah.
Just look at Neku. He and the others all found their game partners.
Oh, they're back home safe now?
Remember what I told you. Their existence is on the line.
Yeah, it's on.
And the Reapers are dead set on erasing them for good.
I won't fear the.
But they found refuge in this world. And luckily, each other too.
Send them to Persona, they'll
Reapers?
find some real Reapers.
Right. If Neku and the others want to get back to where they came from, they need to win the Reaper's game. It's like a series of missions. Those are the rules of their home ground. Except, this time, the mission is a tough one. They're pitted against a Dream Eater that can summon 100 more like it.
Can it?
So, I was sort of hoping you and Riku could help us out. You have your Keyblades, and with those, we might still have a chance.
Well, I'm glad he's here with me.
But is he?
If he is. Riku's on one side of the portal, and you're on the other.
But are they?
He might be by your side, he might be 1,000,000 miles away.
Might he?
You can't measure the distance in time or space.
But can't we?
Even without the wall between you. It's hard to say.
What wouldn't physics say?
Don't worry. He's with me.
But is he?
Even when it might seem like he's not.
But does it?
Then you two are lucky.
But are they?
You and your friend are lucky too, Joshua.
But are they?
I appreciate you saying that with conviction, even though you have no idea what you're talking about.
Hey!
But doesn't he?
Anyway, Neku and his partner are pinned down in the Fountain Plaza.
But are they?
I can count on you, right?
Always.
you? Gonna play The World Ends With You? I don't have any plans. Appreciate only knowing what's in this game about that game. Prankster's Paradise. Sora bumped into Jiminy at an amusement park after dark. Jiminy said Pinocchio had gone missing somewhere in the park, and the boys who played and goofed off there for too long got turned into donkeys. Sora agreed to help Jiminy find Pinocchio before that could happen, but by the time they rescued Pinocchio from nightmares, he had sprouted donkey ears and a tail. Jiminy and Pinocchio escaped while Sora faced off against more nightmares. After eliminating the threat, Sora came face to face with a gray-haired youth in Xemnas, who accused Sora of being the same as the Nobodies. Once again, they vanished without further explanation. The Blue Fairy found Sora and told him that Pinocchio and Jiminy had gone to the bottom of the sea to rescue Geppetto, who had been swallowed by Monstro the Whale. Sora got there just in time to witness Pinocchio and Jiminy getting gobbled up too. Then a giant nightmare appeared and froze Monstro solid. Sora defeated the nightmare, and having been freed of the ice, Monstro let out a mighty sneeze. Remembering that this world would soon be swallowed by darkness, Sora unlocked the Raikou. Inside the belly of Monstro the Whale, Raikou found Geppetto and Jiminy. To help them find Pinocchio, who had gone missing again. Jiminy tagged along. Found Pinocchio with a figure in a black coat. What was it this time? The figure lowered his head to reveal Raikou. The figure disappeared before Raikou could make sense of it all. He explained to Jiminy how he had once allowed darkness into his heart, but Jiminy and Pinocchio reminded him that friends like Sora would always keep him on the right path. He had the others returned to safety and headed further to Monstro, where he found and defeated a giant nightmare. Something was troubling him. Why did this world seem to have passed? Could it still be trapped in some kind of dream? He unlocked the sleeping key. Axel, one of Organization 13's more unique personalities. He was especially close to Roxas, another of their members. Axel expired while fighting to save Sora, or perhaps someone else. Maleficent's Raven, Maleficent's servant who brought Mickey a letter at its mistress's behest. Roxas, one of Organization 13's members and also Sora's nobody. He was especially close to Axel, another of their members. Roxas ceased to exist after reuniting with Sora. Tokyo, a wooden puppet, Geppetto. Fairy breathed life into Jiminy his conscience. Pinocchio grows every time he dies. He is trying to be a good boy so he can become a real. Jiminy Cricket, faithful friend whom the fairy has appointed Pinocchio's conscience. Geppetto, Pinocchio's father. He went out to sea to find his son, but was swallowed boat and all by Monstro the Whale. Inside Monstro, he was reunited with Pinocchio and they all made it out safely. The Blue Fairy, the fairy who gave life to Pinocchio and appointed Jiminy his conscience. Monstro the Whale, a giant whale who lives at the bottom of the sea. His mouth is so huge he can swallow up anything. Even this dick. Flower, yeah. It's fast as floral, and unlike Meow Wow, fire won't phase it. Only problem, along with being part dog and cat, this one seems to be part chicken. Beat it and luck might favor you. Chef Kiryu, Iru. Frog's legs are definitely not on this Foodmeister's menu. He's skilled with a skillet and ready to serve up all kinds of surprises. Char Clopster, a fire-slinging, tail-spinning speed demon that will cling to the ceiling one moment and dance circles around you the next. Chill Clopster, a feisty fighter that's packing pincers, lasers, bombs, and all kinds of nastiness. Watch out when it overheats. That's when it pulls out the real heavy art.
Ha! 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 Yeah! Ha! 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 Ha!
Same one we just did.
yeah. There. Hey, yeah.
This is starting to wear me down. Can we get a timeout?
God, it's Tiny Rick.
What?
Oh, now she's old.
Miss me?
Sora?
I'll take it from here.
No. I don't need your help.
Of course you do. Where are your Dream Eaters? How else can you fight?
I don't need them anymore.
Oh, right. Your partner. Well, don't you want to make it out of the game? Who's gonna help her if you get hurt?
Okay, you win. I'll let you do the sweating.
And he's gonna help her go dry off. Picking up on that subtext, guys, because that's all it is. I forget the feeling there's something under the floor. Makes you say that? I alluded to that earlier.
He got away.
Sora.
So you must be Neku's partner.
Yeah, I'm Shiki. Nice to meet you. Neku told me all about you.
Cool. But you should have seen him. He looked everywhere for you.
Hey, Sora, stop talking.
What? Why? You said you need her. That's a good thing.
That's sweet, Neku.
I need you to stop annoying me.
Well, I still think it's sweet. It's nice to be needed.
I'm sorry, is this a bad time? Because that Dream Eater we're after has retreated to the other imagining of this world.
Other imagining? You mean where Riku is?
Yes. He and our other friends will do what they can, but we'll just run ourselves in circles at this rate. We need to trap that thing in one place, and then we can finish it.
Trap it where?
The 3rd district.
Okay.
Joshua.
Yes, Neku?
Tell me, are we really gonna make it home?
But Neku, I thought you couldn't afford to lose. Give up on yourself, and you give up on the world.
Right. So I'll see you there?
Huh? Me?
Yeah. You're my friend. It's your home, too.
Maybe it's you that's turning into Sora.
Huh?
Thanks.
Alright, Zero, I'm probably gonna join you soon, to be honest.
Ha!
How did it miss that?
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. So long. Yeah. Oh. Ha ha. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Oh. Hey. Back off. Oh. 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 Ha. So long. Oh. There.
Going
Yeah. So long.
tree meters in the first district, even though Heartless didn't have to battle.
Ha ha. Ha. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Hello, Pit. This is a shit game.
There. Ha. There. Ha. There.
Actually, hit. Too powerful.
Yeah. There. Ha. There. Yeah. Ha ha. Ha ha.
At this point, I'm just fighting because I can.
Ha. Hey. Hey.
So we're about to go night-night. So we're about to go night-night. Should have added the abilities in here. Oops. Thunder Rat. You know how fast lightning is? Well, these Dream Eaters don't. Because they leave it in the dust every time. They're straight lines though, so just make sure you stay out of their way. Stagger Subs. This distance fighter has a chest mounted cannon and knockdown movement. Fishbone. Oh, sorry, Fishbone. When this fish falls apart, it's only just getting started. It disassembles itself to dodge and launch lasers. Tattoo Blaze. Prepare for burnination and other horrible punishments at the hand of this fireball spouting. Yeah. And we'll save it.